I'm in my room, it's hot as hell in London, and there's things on my mind that I've been wanting to share, and this just happens to be the moment to do it. I had belly dancing yesterday, and a couple of weeks ago, I think it's 2 weeks at this point, I can't even fathom how much time has passed, but I had gone to a lodge with my sister and my book club friends, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's something in the air when it comes to friendship, sorority, female connection in general, that I'm beginning to understand through all my years of having so many examples, so many healthy and joyous people around me, that I'm like, I'm wanting to make this video to speak to the importance, joy, bliss, energy of having healthy, lovely, and I don't know, just invigorating people around you. I don't know how I'm going to outline this. I don't know what I'm going to say in what order, but I'm just going to give it and then we go with that. One of the first things that stand out to me is having friends around you and having it within yourself. Actually, yeah, let's start with that. Being a friend within yourself before you expect it to show up outside of you or manifest outside of you. I feel like at times we can try and project or assign a role outside of us and call it in, like, oh, I want this, and it never shows up. But that friend, that relationship, that connection that we think exists externally actually starts from within. Be a friend to yourself. Let yourself be, how do I want to say it? I don't know, maybe it's this. For me, since I was younger until now, I've always seen myself as my first Conrad, as my first supporter. And it's coming into my mind, I don't know, throughout these weeks of like conversations I've had in the past where people will be like, oh, I'm not able to connect, or the people around me are really negative. And I'm like, are you a friend to yourself first? Like, do you show up for yourself and the things that you love? Do you place yourself in environments where you feel lit up, you feel motivated, you feel connected to yourself? I would say when it comes to friendship, the first thing that's coming to me is be a friend to yourself first. Honor all of your values, honor all of the things that call you into energy, vibrance, joy in this life. And that's what I've been feeling throughout these whole 2 months. I can't even communicate how I felt. But that's something that comes up for me. Oh, it was, I don't know, it's just been such a blessing. At belly dancing yesterday evening when I went, I met this lovely girl, and you know when you have that thought before a conversation, you're like, oh, I don't know. That didn't even come. Like, my belly dancing instructor was like, everybody get into twos and like speak to each other. And immediately it was having that openness to want to connect. And I feel that that translated over to the person I was speaking to, and she was so lovely. So I would say be open. And for me, I've always had an easy experience making friends, but I guess I'm making this for the people that feel, or maybe there's a version of myself that also can relate, can feel quite tense and constricted in social situations. Always allow for your natural self to come out and allow for it to be honest and true. If you don't feel like speaking, knock it off. If you feel like being expressive, be expressive. If you're calm, be calm. That's the only way you can be. But I feel like sometimes in communication, if you try and put an energy on that you're not feeling, it just comes off as like constricted, stale. The person doesn't know how to respond. But I just remember in that moment yesterday, it was such a flowing conversation. Oh, what else? All trying out new activities together. In my lodge experience in the last 2 weeks, I went hiking. I went on hike. I went to a sauna. It's all within the same like area and compound. It was in Kent. We went to saunas together. We had campfire. We had discussed the book that we're reading. it was those moments of connection and new experiences that you have within a group that exist in memory, that exist in something a little bit more potent and richer than just, I don't know, like constructing an event or constructing an activity and having to perform in a way. Let that be natural. And when it's natural, it just feels so much better. Not me rushing because I know I need to log on. But what else? Oh, another thing that comes up for me is having friendships around healthy behavioral patterns or healthy habits. In this last, I would say now 3 years or 2 years and a half, I've expanded my ability to read and enjoy literature through my sister creating a book club. And now that book club is an entity of its own, where me and like 4 other girls just bond on our love of the book that we're reading. We've expanded all across all genres of books, and really got to connect on a level that is beyond kind of negative habits like gossip or I'm trying to think what else is it's been so long. I'm like, what else is a negative habit? I wouldn't say this is like anything can be made negative, but if the only interaction you have with women or friends or the people you love is in a lower vibrational state, the club, I know I love the club too when it's to do with dancing, but the club or gossip or drama, it's such a heavy energy. I just can't express the joy, the ease of having connections being built through things like dance, being built through the love of books, being built through the love of art. Oh, I'm literally, I feel like I'm in some ways rushing through this video, but this has been on my mind for a couple of days. So I'm like offloading the joy of friendship. What else would I say? Oh my God, one of the most potent things that I've come to realize within how I show up within friendships, but also with how I've seen that I like to receive in friendships, is encouragement. I don't know when this came as a download to me, probably 5, 6, I don't know, however many years ago, and it's compounded over time, that I personally feel the greatest thing you can do within a friendship is encourage a person or your friend to be in alignment with their values. Let that part sit in, their values. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different essence, a different calling within life. And when we get into behaviors or patterns of assigning someone what they should be doing, or no, I don't like the way this aspect of your life goes or how you live, you should do this, or it works for me, so you should do this. Block. Blockity block, block, block. Allow people to be in honor and joy and reciprocity with their values and what they have inside of them, and like a fire, like kind of like encourage it to grow. I see this with my friends that are religious when they talk to me about their religion and their beauty and their how they relate to God. I love being a person within their lives that can be like, girl, follow this, follow your beliefs to the highest extent, to the highest level of integrity. And I love when that happens to me as well. Or if someone likes a creative practice, keep creating, keep going. That encouragement. Be a source of light in people's lives, and it reflects back onto you. But I don't know, girl. I feel like a mad auntie that has just come and just let out all sorts of thoughts very randomly. There's definitely more things that I want to say, but I haven't kind of like written them down or structured them. Maybe I'll do that in future videos, but I just feel very thankful. It's very hot. I'm gonna go on a promenade, and hopefully when the trains stop acting reckless, I can get to work. But I'm gonna leave now. God bless. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Have a lovely, what day is it today? Have a lovely Tuesday.